Persona 3 Reload has players explore an ever-changing tower called Tartarus by night and navigate school, social activities, and relationships by day. This game is brought to life in a turn-based JRPG by Atlus, a studio known for its two leading franchises, Persona and Shin Megami Tensei, as well as other well-received games such as 13 Sentinels, Catherine, Odin Sphere, and one of my favorites, Trauma Center. For some background, I completed and loved Persona 5 Royale, but didn't make it through Persona 4 Golden. Turn-based JRPGs are one of my favorite genres, and I'm always looking for a modern take. I went into this game with eager anticipation that it would fill the hole that Persona 5 left in my heart. Right away, I noticed the likeness Persona 3 has to 4 and 5, or should I say that the other way around. The series staples are all here: similar character archetypes, town navigation, calendar, social systems, side activities, personas, battle systems, and so on. I understand the music has been remixed and has a vibe closer to Persona 5, which I can undoubtedly tell and dig. The voice acting is pretty good, although the dialogue for this remake of a 17-year-old game is a little dated and stiff.
I've been asked to show you the way to school. Are you ready to go?
In the first hour, you're introduced to the main cast, arrive at your new school, have an introduction to a few of the area towns and shops, and experience the Dark Hour, which is an extra hour that starts at midnight when people seemingly turn into coffins, but some unexplainably don't?
What the?
I found out more about this in Hour 2 and learned that the people I live with in my assigned dorm are Persona users, capable of calling on this power to defeat shadows, which are the game's enemies, in a tower that can only be accessed during the Dark Hour and appears to be the only lead they have to figure out what's going on. Outside of these midnight escapades, I began attending classes where you can try and stay awake to increase your knowledge stat, or doze off, which boosts your courage. After playing Persona 5, I know these stats will help me unlock social links later, but this game doesn't explain this well up front. For those new to the franchise, the general gameplay loop is this. You spend the mornings and afternoons attending classes, participating in school clubs, working part-time jobs, and the like. The goal is to increase your social stats like knowledge, charm, and courage, to build your social links further, which grants you bonuses and abilities in and out of combat. You can also partake in these activities at night or explore Tartarus to progress the story and grind, so time management is crucial. In combat, each character has a persona which allows them to cast magic, and the main character can acquire and combine multiple personas, making them stronger and more rounded out. In Hour 3, more social activities opened up, like shops for items and gear, part-time jobs for money and stat increases, and social links, which are like mini-stories you have with several different characters. I explored Tartarus more and learned the battle system, which is relatively standard for a JRPG, with a couple of unique twists, like hitting enemies' weaknesses to continue dealing damage, or doing a group attack for big damage, and Shuffle Time, which happens after some battles where you're presented with random cards that you can choose one of, that do things like grant you a new persona, increase experience gained, or restore your team's health. I spent nearly all of the 4th hour exploring Tartarus, going up and up the tower, fighting new enemies and mini-bosses that are found on every so many floors. I'm still not exactly clear about what I'm looking for or doing, rather than just going up the tower, and I'm already worried this might get repetitive. Oh, and I joined the track team. Sweet! I reached a block path in Tartarus in the 5th hour, and it looked like this was a time-gated event behind the calendar, so I spent more time on social activities. I got a part-time job at a cafe, tried some restaurants and entertainments to increase my stats, and unlocked more social links. The music continues to be great, and I enjoy getting to know the characters more. And this is what I love about this franchise. Great character stories and growth, experiencing school life and all the things that come with it, crunchy tunes, and refined and engaging combat. It's just a good time and a perfect cozy game. I have been so excited for another Persona game, well, new for me, and so happy that day has finally come. Almost all the things I liked about Persona 5 are here, and I look forward to getting closer to these characters, finding out what's behind the Dark Hour, and experiencing the theme of this game, loss. Am I hooked? Well, not quite. The game doesn't do a great job of that in the first 5 hours anyways. All the individual elements are good, but for an RPG, there's an apparent lack of direction in that hook, that quest, goal, enemy, whatever it is that you're after. But because I have an idea of where this game might go, and the other important things like the characters and combat are off to a strong start, I'm definitely going to keep playing. I hope I reach a point where the main plot kicks in and it gets some momentum behind it, because if and when it does, I know I won't be able to put this game down.